Our curriculum should emphasize critical thinking, problem solving, innovation, and entrepreneurship. A statement by Mr. Abdulkadir Abiola Akpaokagi, Deputy Director of the National Information Technology Development Agency (NITDA), the keynote speaker at the third edition of the Leadership Summit organized by the Nigerian Association of Physical Science Students (UNILORI) chapter at the university's main auditorium on the 5th of July 2023.
Our curriculum should emphasize critical thinking, problem solving, innovation, and entrepreneurship.
At the summit themed "Repositioning the Nigerian Youth for Global Leadership", he described the nation's educational system as one that requires revamping to meet the demands of the 21st century. He proposed STEM, a strategy that would foster a generation of innovators who will lead the nation to new frontiers.
We must revamp our educational system to align with the demands of the 21st century. We must encourage a multidisciplinary approach that equips our youth with a broad range of skills to navigate the complexities of the global landscape. By embracing STEM, by STEM I mean science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education, we can foster a generation of innovators and pioneers who will lead Nigeria to new frontiers.
Mr. Apaokagi also emphasized on bridging the digital divide through digitalization to ensure equal access to information and opportunities by promoting a culture of inclusivity, diversity, and meritocracy to unlock the full potential of the Nigerian youth.
We must create an enabling environment that nurtures talent and supports the aspirations of our youth. This requires investment in infrastructure, technology, and research and development. We must harness the power of digitization, or rather digitalization, to bridge the digital divide and ensure equal access to information and opportunities. By promoting a culture of inclusivity, diversity, and meritocracy, we can unlock the full potential of our youth and propel them towards global leadership positions. We must address the issue of youth unemployment. The Nigerian youth possesses immense potential, but this potential can only be harnessed if they have access to meaningful employment and economic opportunities. We must promote an enabling business environment that encourages entrepreneurship, innovation, and investment. By equipping our youths with vocational and technical skills, we can create a generation of job creators rather than job seekers.
He concluded his speech by urging the government, private sector, civil societies, and the international community to join hands and reposition the Nigerian youth for global leadership.
Call upon all stakeholders, the government, private sector, civil society, and the international community to join hands in repositioning the Nigerian youth for global leadership. We must collaborate, share resources, and exchange best practices. Let us create platforms for dialogue, engagements, and collaboration where the voices of our youth are heard and their ideas are taken seriously.
Speaking at the event, the Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Abdul Wahab Egbewole, represented by Professor O.A. Omatesho, the DVC academics, spoke on the relevance of skill and attitude to supplement education.
Education is not enough. If you have education and you have a wrong attitude, you will not succeed. Attitude is life. Get your education, develop the right attitude, and you will see that you will succeed.
Professor Kayode John Oyewumi, the Dean of the Faculty of Physical Sciences, described the summit as one that would enable students to see beyond the classroom. He claimed that it would bridge the gap between learning and real-life experience.
This leadership summit will give you a kind of advice, focus, direction in which you can apply these things that you have learned to become an excellent leader in your various disciplines. Today's summit as bridging the gap between learning with gown and tongue.
Professor O.A. Oladipo, the staff advisor of the association, highlighted self-discipline and self-investment as prerequisites to achieving success and relevance.
One key thing that is very, very important in climbing ladder is about self-discipline, giving your time to investing in yourself to become not leaders for Nigeria alone, it's for global impact.
Comrade Yusuf Majid Omotola, aka Acetone, the president of the faculty, said the aim of the summit was to nurture a generation of leaders who are not only equipped with knowledge and skill to tackle global issues, but also endowed with integrity and empathy.
NLS 3.0 aims to nurture a generation of leaders who are not only equipped with the knowledge and skills to tackle complex global challenges, but are also imbued with the values of integrity, empathy, and inclusion.
He urged students to get inspired, empowered, and build connections beyond the framework of the summit. The Royal Father of the Day, Oba Dr. Ahmed Adekule Oyelude Makama Teboso III, CON, the Olowu of Kuta, represented by Dr. Ayotunji Bobashelu of Kuta, titled his address as Yesterday, Today and Tomorrow. Highlighting the qualities every leader must possess, he enlightened the students that education gives them the leverage to obtain leadership positions, not necessarily in their disciplines, but in all spheres of life.
If I was to give it a title, I would call it Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow. Those that are older than me are the yesterday. Those that are a little bit younger to me, Dr. Akpa Okagi, you will pardon me to accept that you are younger than me. So you are the today. I almost belong to the yesterday. You are the today. Our boys are the tomorrow. Today is inviting tomorrow on how they want to send away those of us yesterday. So we are trying to skill you. We are trying to skill you with the knowledge of yesterday and the knowledge of today, so that you can take over from today when Akpa Okagi will also have become yesterday. So we want to share with you those skills that we have used to get here. The circumstances under which we operated is certainly different from your own. So you have to be mindful of your own environment. I want to talk from the perspective of the person that sent me to come and represent him here. His experiences as a leader has confirmed some qualities that everybody that calls himself a leader must have. That's what you are going out to do. As graduates, you are coming out to lead the society, not in chemistry, but in everything. They expect that you know, so you know so much. For you to be able to lead, take it home, you must be knowledgeable. Wherever you are performing as a leader, you need knowledge. For you to function, you need knowledge. For you to be a very good leader, you must have empathy. Be empathetic. For you to lead very well. Empathy means putting yourself in the position of your followers. If you just see yourself as yourself alone, you don't put yourself in the position of your followers, you find it difficult to drag them along. And you must be articulate. You must be articulate. If you want to be a leader, you want to communicate to your members, you don't know how to say it, you're already a failure. You must be articulate as a leader. You also need to be very bold. You always need to be very bold. I don't know how many of us here speak Yoruba. Yoruba ni tá bá lọ́ba, tá bá tún lójo, àrá ni wọ́n fi parú wọn. The moment you go to the university, the society expects so much from you, so much of leadership. Where you can survive is where you can take a lead, so that you will no longer be job seekers, you will be job creators. Every society is a product of its leader. The kind of leader that you have will give you the kind of development that you have, the kind of a society you will have. And the kind of leader that you have is a product of the kind of followership that you have.
Faji Oluwatobiloba Samuel, the Students' Union president, affirmed that the right positioning for leadership that will facilitate global change is not an option but imperative, as it will place youths at the helm of affairs, achieving a rewarding future.
Today I stand before you to emphasize the critical need for and importance for positioning the Nigerian youth for global leadership. It is essential that we equip the next generation of leaders to navigate the challenges at the global stage. By investing in development, we can cultivate future leaders who will shape our world into a better perspective that is set to project us amongst the community of the nations. Education plays a critical role and a vital role in shaping and positioning us for quality leadership, especially if we must take the global stage as it warrants in the world that we are. Nigeria as a case study requires the presence and the dominance of young individuals like us who have contributed immensely to the development of our immediate community and can take it to a point where there will be a redefining moment, a repositioning and refocusing for Nigeria to attain that state where it's supposed to be in the Committee of Nations. The needed criteria involve problem-solving abilities, critical thinking, and cultural intelligence. Stakeholders must also create a platform for us youths to gain practical experience and exposure to global challenges. Internships, exchange programs, and mentorship initiatives can offer invaluable learning experience. We must also encourage the enterprising nature of our young population. The right positioning is not an option, it is imperative. Positioning us for global change, positioning us for global challenge is not an option. It is crucial, it is pivotal, and it is imperative. Now, let us seize this opportunity to shape a future where the youth takes the helm of affairs and lead us towards a brighter, rewarding future.
Also speaking at the event, Dr. Victor Adegbile Adeshewa, a former student of the institution and the CEO and co-founder of Land Republic Limited, spoke on leadership through productive investment of time and energy and capacity building, as well as duplication of success and resilience.
Schooling will get you a job, but it is commitment to continuous learning that makes you a leader. If you want to get a job, believe me, school is the perfect place for you. But when your goal is to be a global leader, when your goal is to compete with everybody across the nation, you must be ready to develop yourself. Certificate makes a worker, but it is investment of time and energy that makes a leader. Leadership is not about leading people. It is by taking the lead in your field that makes men refer you. Leadership is not occupying position. It is by making outstanding contributions in your field. Leadership is not limited to political leadership. It's not only people that are your senators, that are your stuff. Those, you cannot be voted into a position of leadership. They don't vote you there. You have to accomplish it. And that is why leadership is taking the lead and not talking the lead. It's not about just talking. There are no born leaders anywhere. Have you ever seen an heavyweight champion that was born by the mother heavyweight champion? Have you ever seen someone that is the fastest runner that was born the fastest runner by the mother? No. You develop capacity for it. You build yourself for it. You go to leadership degrees, self-discovery and management. Ask yourself, what can you do? management. From if they give you phone from morning to like from morning to night, you are on Instablog. If you are not abusing Davido, you are abusing Anita. Like, so the person that you are competing with in France, that guy is on his third book of the month, and you are still dragging Davido. And if you believe, like, if you feel like your best is only like in Nigeria, please, I believe that you are wrong. You must be able to get to a country whereby if you get to Rwanda today like this, your best must still be your best. We are not here to talk about local championship. We are here to talk about global championship. So when you are developing capacity, develop capacity for a day that you will be invited to come and speak, or you will be invited to come to like the event that she mentioned that I went to in Gaborone, Forbes. Like you will be invited to come and talk, you meet billionaires across every space. Leaders are readers. Leaders are readers. If I know what they know, I'll get the result they get. Because I believe that success can be duplicated. If you a result that cannot be duplicated is a scam. Lastly, there is a place for you at the top. There is a place for everybody at the top. So you are not at disadvantage. That's my message for you. You are not at disadvantage. See, drop every excuse you can have. Drop every excuse you think you can have. Drop it. The global world is not concerned about your excuses. One of our speakers spoke about attitude. It's about attitude. What do you think of yourself? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a follower, or you see yourself as a leader? Do you see yourself talking to kings? Do you see yourself talking to like walking into rooms? You don't have any excuse. There is a space for you at the top, and I can't wait for all of us to be there. Thank you.
At the event, Mr. Abdulaziz Alhaji Salau, a fellow of the Institute of Islamic Finance Professionals of Nigeria, emphasized on the possibility of leadership, digitalization, immigration for relevance, and the importance of meritocracy in the society.
Leadership is hypothetical. There is a generational link in leadership. In a community meeting, they invite the youth as Akọ̀wé to take charge of affairs. But where the generational link came is the concept of digitalization. We see our youths with their gadgets, we see them as being lazy. And I said no. If our days were to read Lambert, those days we read them from page 1 to the last page. But that was our generation. This generation is not meant to read. Why should I be teaching you mathematics or statistics on board when my computer can do it? So even the educational institution have failed in this regard by not knowing what the digital natives are supposed to be taught. Going digital is what the natives are aware. Let us be skilled so that we are going to take positions. Nigerian youth, you are great people, and you only need to look inside you and you realize that the hero lives in you.
All discussions were concluded in the panel session moderated by Hawa Usman, where Mr. Damilola Adeniyi, an executive marketing and managing director at Heroes National Consulting, and Malam Nasir Abdul Qadri, the chairman, founder, and CEO of the Positive Global Image Services Consult Limited, alongside other speakers, addressed issues concerning street credibility, competence, the passion for change, creating impact, resourcefulness, exemplary leadership, discipline, self-discovery, value-driven system, entrepreneurship as the vocation of the 21st century, among other issues.
Who are the kind of people that are given MON, CON? You understand? Just the people that have stolen money, most of them have not really contributed anything to our society. So if you want a better life, if everybody wants to lead, you have to be a transformational leader. Somebody who wants to change things, want to make this life a better place than we met it. And one of the skills that you should not make money your priority. Make money, do entrepreneurship. But when you have the value addition at the back of your mind, that you want to add value to your society, then you are going to strive very well in your entrepreneurial move. Be creative, be innovative, you make money legitimately. Then by the time you come out and people see how many people you have touched their life, how much impact you have made, then people will give you the leadership. So what I'm saying is that have delayed gratification, have impact-oriented mindset, then make sure that you are adding value. The way we are going to get to a stage where no matter how much you bring, the society will say, no, what can you do and what have you done? What have you done will take like 70%. Thank you.
Can you quickly give us some tips that we could also use to rise in our careers, finding a path for ourselves?
Like you said, value. We are in a value-driven economy right now. Like people will only pay you for the value you've added. Another tip that I'm going to talk about is networking. And be a joiner. What do I mean by be a joiner? The reason why I found myself in real estate today was because I joined a particular group when I was on campus. Who knows John Obidi? That you? Yes. I joined his group, Start Africa, and someone was talking about how you can be able to make 500k per month. Like 500k per month in this economy. Do you understand? Is it possible? The curiosity was what brought me into real estate. Do you understand? Be a joiner, join society group, join NGOs, join SDG groups. Before you know it, the next opportunity, the next big thing that will change your life might come from there. Do you understand? So your network is your net worth. Make sure that you are busy improving your network, getting new contact, because the kind of contact you get determines the kind of contracts you get.
To find a way to discover yourself. The truth is, you can't do everything. And for your strength to be reserved and preserved, you have to find a niche. Sustainable Development Goals, Vision 2030, is out there. You can look at goal that is connected to what you want to do or what you want to become, or even what you are studying. It's not create a lot of opportunities. All right? If your parents cannot literally discover you or you have the job to do as a person. If you haven't discovered yourself for the past 20 years after, it's not a big deal. You can start volunteering. When you are serving people, you can literally know what you can do. And that buttress part to the side of talent is not enough. Talent for everybody, but competency is for few people. Productivity is not accidental. It takes deliberate effort to be youthful. So during your youthful season, you can use that season for searching yourself. What it takes is ability to sit down, do mind cogitation, soul reflection, think about what you've done before. Now, the issue of mentorship, we cannot overemphasize it. It is very, very important. That mentorship is very important. Serve in organization. You love some organization you've seen that they are doing extremely well. Go for a learning. Just go for volunteering.
And I want you to understand something. Every successful person is looking for a serious guy to mentor. Take that from me. Every successful person, every Dangote, every Bill Gates is looking for a serious person to mentor. So what you need to do is to identify your own mentor and walk up to the person and say, I want you to mentor me in this area. So I saw timidity in our youth. You cannot be a leader as a timid person. You have to socialize. You have to connect with people. You have to know what you want out of life and go straight for it. Look for a leader that you admire. Meet them, follow them, read their books, read their autobiography.
Street leadership. That is the leadership that can take care of 21st century. This guy was saying something. I don't know whether you listen carefully. What's his name? Mali. What's his full name now? The Mali guy, the Malia. Naira Mali. Naira said, Toba mess pẹ̀lú street. Still. And he said that lè jẹ ojú ayé kò ṣe kíni kò tó wá fẹ́ jayé. You understand? These are the basic principle of street. Let me tell you something. If you don't learn about street credibility, how to survive, there are so many hyenas out there. No matter how noble, how good intention you are, you must learn how the street treat people. And I'm not saying that becoming a street person is something a negative person. No. Understanding the way people think, have the ability to adapt to people.
I wouldn't lie to you. None of the people you are seeing out there today, they didn't start like that. They started local. So look at what you can do. Maybe an NGO that you can volunteer for. I strongly believe in mentorship because mentorship is a relationship, not an ownership. And it's one of the strategies to penetrate to market level. So find a way. Connect what you are doing to what is happening globally. If at all, if you are just relevant in your local area, don't be tired.
If you love yourself too much, you cannot be anything in life. If you love yourself too much, if people keep telling you that, you like yourself, you don't like wala, you don't like trouble, you are not going anywhere in life. Until people begin to tell you that what you want out of life, this wala is too much. You read in the afternoon, you read in the evening, you are the one in this club, you are the one in this society, you are going somewhere. God has a plan for you. So please make sure that you are not taking it easy with yourself. If you are too easy on yourself, the life will be so hard on you. But if you are too hard on yourself, the life will take it easy with you. Thank you.
I am Vera Naziba Ederi Solomon, reporting for the Optimistic Info.